No, you can't stare. Why? Every time we sit down to record, you just stare at me out of contextly.
I expect you to say something.
I would if you weren't staring into the depths of my soul.
Do you know what you're doing?
No clue.
Good, me neither. I'm Mosh.
I'm Alex.
Let's do this. We talk shh. Part 3. We have a guest.
Guest?
Hiya, my name is Oxy, first-time caller, long-time fan of the show. Thank you for having me. Anyways, a little bit about me. I do the funny things. I'm on the internet. I do the streams. I do the YouTubes. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time, much like these two fantastic individuals. So let's do this.
Great. Okay. So, before we start talking about the topic, which we actually have, we wanted to ask you a question.
Ooh.
Of course.
If you could listen to one song and only one song for the rest of your life, what would that song be?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot here.
Yeah.
Oh no. It's not like I have a second monitor with my Spotify playlist open at the moment. So I could be prepared for this.
In all fairness, I thought about this question 3 days and I haven't thought about an answer.
One single song that I had to listen to on repeat forever. So what, were we talking
it doesn't have
a
to
desert
be
island
on repeat.
type thing?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be on repeat. But if you ever wanted to listen to music, that is the only thing you could listen to.
Oh, damn it, that's a tricky one.
I would cry. But
rather, is there an option or death in this scenario? Listen to one song on repeat or literally die on a desert island with an iPod with that one song.
Okay, see, this is the issue because I'm thinking about it. And I'm too ADHD for this. I don't have a favorite song. I have a favorite song of the week or maybe of the hour sometimes.
I think I would answer, and I think it's the... Oh, I don't know the name of it. The I Would Walk 500 Miles. The one they used in How I Met Your Mother, because it comes back around. And I feel like a lot of songs would, but I know that song in particular, you'll get sick of it, but then the more you listen to it, it will come back around.
Yeah, I mean, what's it called? It's called I Would Walk by the Proclaimers. Such a good song. I actually had that for one of my concerts at school. It was a vibe. I was 9 at the time. Off the point.
My gosh, that happened to me in the car the one time. For some reason, I put on a playlist, but it got stuck on one Beatles song. I don't remember what Beatles song. And this was when I was new at driving. So I was very just focus on the road, just focus on the road. By the time I was 5 minutes from home, I was full on angry yelling at the car. Just responding to every line. No, really? I didn't know that happened.
I'm going to give you an answer for right now, and this is probably subject to this is probably subject to change over the course of this recording session. But at the moment, I would have to say Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. It's just instrumental enough. The lyrics have just got that little pizzazz that I like, and I mean, it's just a classic. Come on.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with Metallica.
I actually haven't listened to Metallica in a while now that I think about it. But my music taste does the fluctuations.
I actually listened to Sandman the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to listen to that instead. That intro, yeah, okay. Let me not get distracted.
The thing is, do you know how bad it would be? Because when I have a song stuck in my head, I'm I need you to play that now.
Yeah.
I'd go crazy. I mean, I'm already crazy, but not the point.
Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me on an island.
In a room.
An island with an iPod and a single song, and the song made me crazy.
No, you know what I'd listen to? Mm-hmm. I'd listen to Barbara because I tried to figure out how to actually say the words because I do not speak German.
Oh, Barbara's Wubba.
See, the problem is I can do it in my head, but my mouth don't do that.
Yeah,
the tongue does not catch up.
No. I feel like it would keep me occupied for a long enough period of time to not start hating the song.
We keep speaking in different languages. It's become a game because we're being driven insane by work in this room because all we ever see is this room. We just started trying to speak to each other in different languages.
I have
You know
that,
how-
except with my imaginary friend who doesn't live here anymore. I'm very lonely, can you tell?
Even
Wait,
your
your imaginary friend left.
Yep, that's how sad I am. He was
no.
like, yeah, no, Oxy, it's been real, but peace out, y'all.
I can't deal with the space anymore. You never leave, so I never go anywhere. It's like Ben with Klaus.
I was just thinking that.
From
you know,
Umbrella Academy.
Soundtracks. Because they do this thing.
Oh no, this is my thought.
Oh, I'm so fucking sorry.
I told you about this in the car.
No, it was my thought. I told you about it originally.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, you say the thought.
Are we going to say the same thought?
I don't know.
Oh my god, I know what you're going to say. Speak.
You say it together on 3.
I know what you're gonna say.
Speak. I like what you're going to say.
Okay. There's something that they do, which I've seen a couple pieces of media do, but Umbrella Academy does it really well, where they take really, really upbeat songs and put them over very intense, sad scenes or just dramatic scenes.
Oh, gruesome
And it just
scenes.
makes my brain so happy. I don't know why, but what's the word? I swear I'm good at English.
It,
Juxtaposition. That's
it
the
makes
word I'm looking for.
that monkey in the brain go, yes, yes.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes, so much every time.
I mean, didn't they do that in Deadpool 2 with the prison break scene as well?
Yeah.
Like where he
So-
snaps his back on the table in like the dining hall, but it's like it was Bangarang that he was listening to.
Yeah. And a couple things do it, even though there was a couple instances in Supernatural where they did it. Like the one was a really upbeat, like a jazzy song, and there was this big car crash that happened.
You know, I forget
remember
Supernatural exists until somebody mentions Supernatural, and then my brain goes, "Ooh, Supernatural! I love that show," and then I just object permanence it every single time. I don't know why. It
Understandable.
just doesn't live in my brain.
No rent, doesn't pay, so you kicked it out. It's been evicted.
Genuinely, there was so long because when I first watched it, it was literally on DVDs.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And that was just bizarre.
You had
of an
to borrow
experience.
like seasons from other
Oh.
people.
Yeah, and then I borrowed one from my brother's best friend's sister. But she hated me. Like, I don't even know why. She just decided one day, like, I'm a whore and she hates me. Her words, not mine. I don't know why she hated me.
Please quote that.
But she just hated me. I don't know what I did to her life. But we've borrowed her CDs, and then I had to, like, sneakily watch it because she lent it to my friend. But I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Specifically you, yeah.
And I was like, dude, I need the next season. What?
So, sorry, I have a weird memory of that, because they had to give the DVD set back that day at school. So they planned it out where they watched like all the episodes, but then there were 2 episodes behind. So they woke up early before school so they could watch the episode.
I woke up at 4 a.m. to watch Supernatural.
And so
Dedication.
they're watching on the patio outside my room, so I decide, okay, I'm awake now, the noise has woken me, so I go and watch, and then I get hooked on the show. Little 11-year-old me gets hooked on Supernatural.
I remember I
You were a
first stumbled
terrifying
across
11-year-old.
Supernatural as like an 11 or 12-year-old, like just catching it randomly on TV at like midnight or something. Like randomly in the
old
middle of like
season
season
reruns.
4 or something. Yeah. And I was just like, ooh.
It's so bizarre to think back to a time where you didn't have complete control over what you watched.
Oh,
Like, do you know how rarely I just watch something that I didn't actively choose to watch?
it's just that, it's on.
Yeah, no, that doesn't happen anymore.
Well, the amount of shows I would watch because I was like, it's the best out of the 3, I'll just watch it.
Oh. It was bad. Just scrolling through the DSTV.
Yeah, that was the original TikTok.
DSTV is the original TikTok.
No, but it's funny because things change. I was telling Marsh, like back in the day, people would go to the gym and actually take their brains to the gym. Now I find it very funny because every time we're at the gym, I just watch the people around me. People are like watching movies, and I do it too. I'm not claiming I don't. I only
You
watch
have a
people
gym
when I
show.
have headphones. Yeah, I do have a gym show. The one day I went to, the 1 week, not the one day, the 1 week I went to gym 3 times more than I was supposed to because I needed to know what happened next.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
my
see.
rule is I can only watch the show at the gym.
I see. What show was that?
Okay, I'm not finished it, so you cannot judge me for being this behind on life.
Mm-hmm.
It's Arcane.
No!
Okay.
No!
Okay. I need to justify this though. You know when you miss the beginning of something and then it gets hyped? Okay?
Yeah.
Let's take that again.
I just said no because I haven't watched Arcane yet.
Yeah, the universe is just against you for saying that. How dare you not finish it? Season 2's on the way. Come on, get with the program.
Okay, I'm getting there. But when it first came out, there was too much hype around it. And you know that little spiteful voice in your head that when people keep telling you to do things, you're just like, absolutely not?
Yeah, I don't think I will. Yeah.
Like my uncle, who lives in Spain, called me and told me to watch the show. I haven't spoken to him since then. This was like when the show first came out.
Which was like 2020, 2021-ish, I think.
He phoned me and was like, you need to watch the show. I was like, great, we don't really speak to each other.
That is incredible. I was actually gonna mention Arcane because the soundtrack in that show is just stellar. Like, I mean, growing up and for a large part of like my adolescence, I was a massive Imagine Dragons fan. Edgy. Cut myself on that edge.
The intro song, great song on the treadmill. It just works.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. But I mean, even the original stuff that they produced for the show, like in my Spotify, I've got like the theme of the like tree with the firefly settlement where Echo's from. I've got Goodbye. I've got like Vi's theme just randomly in there scattered about. So I'll just listen to it, and when it comes up, it's like the feels. Actually, with my first Comic-Con in 2021, I wanted to do a Vi from Arcane cosplay. Like, I had plans to, like, full-on dye my hair and everything, and it just fell through. And then for 22, I was like, I'm doing a Vi cosplay, and I didn't. And, no promises, but this year I want to do a Vi. No promises.
Okay, listen. We have... How long do we have?
Oh no.
Like 2 months? Okay, we're still working on our cosplays. We have 4 different cosplays. If we're going to do 4 different cosplays by Comic-Con, you have to do Vi. Also, please and thank you.
There we go. That's better. I'll consider your offer. I mean, it's tempting, don't get me wrong.
Does it
I
help
want
if
to.
I tell you that Vi is the ultimate gender in my brain? Like, does that help? Does that hurt?
Next question.
Anyway, so something that's very interesting is in the past, a lot of things would write their own soundtracks. Think about video games, big movies like Harry Potter, they all had soundtracks written for them. And more recently, people have been buying songs to put in. So if you think about like Sonic, there were a bunch of very popular songs of the time that were added into the movie, which gave it a very specific feel, which was really nice. But interestingly enough, something that Umbrella Academy does is they've done covers of all the songs that they want to do, which gives it a very different vibe to us, like if they just put it in. Like they had the song Bad Guy in there, and they had a cover of it of someone with a much more breathy voice than Billie Eilish, which gave the scene a completely different feel, whereas if they were to just use that. So, that's another... I find it very cool that that's another way of, like, writing soundtracks for shows.
Yeah, I actually... I remember they also did that with the first Guardians of the Galaxy. They used the, what was it? Not like one of the edit versions of Come and Get Your Love by Redbone, but I think they did like a full re-recording with the band to give it that more like snappy tempo for the opening scene of the first movie. Because if you listen to the original, it's like a lot more spaced out and a bit slower. But like that was something that they did as well. So I'm again, also... tangent, sorry. Guardians of the Galaxy, one of my favorite movie soundtracks ever. Like the 70s and 80s, like postmodern rock just does things to my brain.
No, that's very valid. I didn't actually know that, so that's very cool. Yeah. You know which soundtrack I absolutely love, and it is ruined by one thing, but not really.
Yeah?
The Has Been.
Oh, the Has Been Hotel soundtrack.
Yep.
Oh, that's an
And
incredible
every
one.
time, because I will listen to that entire soundtrack, and every time Mimsy exists. I'm like, you did not need to be in that song, my guy. You just didn't.
No.
And yeah, if anyone hears this, they will hate me for it, but it's fine. There's no specific reason. I don't hate her for her character design. She was just unnecessary.
Valid. It's funny that you brought up the Has Been Hotel soundtrack because I watched your tier list on it today.
Yes.
Oh god.
What's your issue with our tier list? I don't remember.
In all fairness, we've been meaning to revisit that because we did it before the end of the show. Anyway, yes, what are your issues?
Revisions needed. Like, should have stayed gone. Should have been higher. I don't think you put it at the top of S. I don't remember, right? What you put it second in S tier, I believe, and I have issue with that.
Okay. But I do not have the tier list in front of me, and I would like to say it was halfway through the show. I feel like I need after watching and sitting with the soundtrack for like months now.
What, like review the soundtrack?
Yeah, no, because I feel like it's very different when you're watching it and you're very emotional about the show.
True.
Also, just dealing with the original, like, the way it changed from the pilot.
Yeah.
I actually have a rule for when I watch things for fandoms that I already like, which is I can't make a proper opinion on it until I've watched it twice.
I respect that.
Because I bring too much stuff to it. The first time, like with the FNAF movie, the first watch, absolutely hated it. The second watch, I was like, nah, this is pretty cool.
Understandable.
And that was just because I wanted so much out of it. Like, I don't know, I expected it to be a lot like the books for some reason. It just made sense.
They went and they did like a semi kind of spin-off.
And then they switched everyone's children, and I was confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I remember we went to go watch it and we just kept leaning over to each other. It's like, so, did they switch the children?
Oh my gosh, the amount of like trying to figure out lore.
Yeah.
Do you remember the time we went and there was this and about like almost towards the end of the movie, what did she say?
So there were these people sitting behind us on our second watch of the movie. And now they're like been talking through the entire movie. I've seen the movie once through already. I'm like watching it to catch like seeing things, not for hearing as much anymore. Mm-hmm. So I'm like eavesdropping on their conversation. And near like the end of the movie, like there is like 30-ish minutes left.
Not even. This was like 15 minutes before the end.
Bestie finally gets it and leans over to her friend and goes, I'm an animatronic. And I'm like, yes, that's the animatronic. And she's like, I didn't know this. I'm like, what do you mean you didn't know? What part didn't you get?
She wasn't getting the kids were the animatronics.
Did they say, but that's just a theory?
A game theory.
Viewers of We Talk I am sorry. If you thought that was going to be better by getting a third random person from the internet on the show, you are sorely mistaken.
In all fairness, because you're here, I feel like it's been a little more coherent than usual.
That's good.
But I feel like
They're mean to me.
Okay, I was mean to you in one video. You have been mean to me since we started the channel.
That's so real, though.
It just works. You
I
get the
don't
mean
even
one and
do
the funny one.
Are you trying to take the role of the mean one now?
Am I not funny? You're laughing. If you're laughing, it
God.
wasn't mean.
Oh, okay. I don't think that's a good standard to hold things to.
I don't think you're a good standard to hold things to.
Is this just your revenge on?
Sleepers for the Weak is a thing that the Green Irishman said. What are your thoughts on those like remixes where they take the YouTubers' words and make them songs? The Gregory
Oh my
brothers,
God.
Shmoyoho. What do you think of
Yes.
them?
I absolutely love them.
Absolutely vibes.
I think what they do is absolutely incredible. To have to sit and sift through so much footage to try and get what you want and then get their approval and then write an entire score for it and blend it all together in a way that sounds fluid, and one of the best songs is All the Way. It's just so insane to me.
So much talent. So
Yeah.
much riz. I just sit there, I'm like, damn, I wish I could be that one day. I want to be that when I grow up. Talented.
Yes. I feel that though.
I mean, I'm going to uni to study to be able to do that.
So then I'll be like, I want to be that when I grow up.
Everyone wants to be Mosh. Mosh is a strange, mythical... I don't even know I don't know how to describe Mosh. Do you know how weird it is to meet new people and try explain Mosh if Mosh is not there? This very rarely happens. Mosh is usually there.
We don't
Okay.
leave the house without each other very often.
But explaining this person, like, if you had to explain Mosh to somebody, how would you go about it?
I plead the fifth.
The worst is when people know him by his full name, and then I say Mosh and they look at me like, who?
Surely you put that together. Video game soundtracks.
Yes.
Yes.
My area of expertise, kind of.
One of my favorites, Bendy.
Bendy is
Ooh,
incredible.
yes.
They use string quartets and orchestras, and the soundtracks. They're just so incredible, especially because so much of it is in universe canon of it existed like when the series was alive, and then every time, like the suspense they build with the soundtracks, it's I love it so much.
It's incredible. I love games, movies, and media that do like diegetic in-universe music, which is why something that also did it that you might have heard of, Cuphead, with their like soundtrack, the way that they like did the scoring for that, and they also got like a what do they call it? A barbershop trio, quartet, whatever, for that opening where it's like they like to roll the dice. I'm like, yes, I wasn't even alive in the 40s, but I would love to hear that live. No, but like I'm also a massive nerd for Big Brass, which is probably why like I also love the Star Wars soundtrack so much, because the freaking French horns going nuts in that opening is just so iconic to me, and it just tickles the brain in the right way for me.
Yeah. We should do more tier lists.
Yeah.
What things should we tier list?
Ooh, what things should you tier list? Oh boy, have I got an adventure for you. I have not seen this on my years in YouTube, and I want to see someone do it. Tier list the Minecraft OST, and not the new stuff by Lana Rain, because that stuff is good. We all know Pig Step is the best music disc, period.
Yep.
But the OG Minecraft soundtrack by C418, Daniel, whatever his name was.
You want to cancel us, don't you?
No.
Because I have a feeling you have very strong feelings about this.
Daniel Rosenfeld, yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
I want to see a soundtrack on like a tier list on that, because if Subwoofer Lullaby is not S tier, I'm gonna be very angry on Twitter. I am going to pull out my actually glasses.
When are you not very angry on Twitter. I feel like everything I say on Twitter, you feel the need to take the opposite stance.
You feel the need to take the opposite stance.
Yes,
Yeah.
I fight with Oxy.
You rage baited me. I know which situation you're talking about. You rage baited me.
A few times.
No, I can tweet something. Oxy will reply in a very neutral way, and you'll just attack Oxy.
Yeah, I'm the victim here.
Oh, no, because sometimes I tweet something, you take the opposite stance for whatever reason, and then they decide to no, and then no, and then no. Oh, you take the opposite stance, and then Alex will agree with you, and then you attack them, so then they start attacking you. You guys attack each other on Twitter because of this account.
Chaos reigns. It's my bread. Like, you know, I'm actually really soft and like caring and lovable, but on Twitter, my edgy side shows. I have been on that app since I was 12.
You're so edgy.
I have so much edge. Like, I drink my coffee black. No
I like
cream.
my soul.
It's just part of my plan to prove to people that you can be toxic on Twitter without actually being toxic. Wait, but I figured out a descriptor for my aesthetic, and I need to know if you agree with me.
Okay.
Mechanic core.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, actually.
I was like, I cannot figure out my aesthetic. And then the one day I was sitting on the table. I don't know why. I sit on tables a lot.
But that's
and I
also
could
mechanic
see myself
core.
in the mirror, and I was like, I look like a mechanic. And then I was like, wait a minute. I always dress like a mechanic.
Modern steampunk, mechanic core, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. You're modern steampunk mechanical.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could clarify that for you. I am just generic gay person.
Except for when I want to be witchy. But I only have one outfit, but then everyone thinks, like, if people don't know me, they think that's how I always dress.
Of
And
course.
no, I just have a witchy outfit, because sometimes you gotta be witchy.
Of course. October, Mondays, Fridays, weekends. I always seem to
Yeah.
give off like a semi-witchy aesthetic because I have like so many like black shirts and like 90% of my jeans are black as well. And people are like, either you're Midwest emo or you're a witch. And then like I said, the necklace says, they're like, oh, that's like a witch thing. Yeah, it's like, no, dude, it's from The Witcher. He kills witches. Get with the program. You know Superman with the silver hair on Netflix, that show? Yeah, that's how the thing looks in the game. And they're like, but it was a circle. Speaking of games, I'm gonna tangent back to the topic. Another one of my favorite video game soundtracks has to be from The Witcher 3. Like, the atmosphere that these tracks give, it's just, it's like subtle, like medieval ambiance with like actual like nature whistling sounds and like the trees rustling. Oh, so good. And I know if there's any Witcher fans busy watching this, they will agree when I say the Kaer Morhen theme is on fleek.
Yeah, we actually haven't played that game.
Okay, no, I have.
Oh, you have.
I
Oh,
haven't
aren't you
played it in
special?
its entirety, but remember the person...
Oh no, they
Who
found
left
them!
in
Use
my
for the light
house.
and knife!
Oh, no. Let's backtrack a bit. I actually have. I just didn't play it alone. Okay.
I'll take it as a neutral answer. You are...
Distraction, Oxy, look at my sticker.
Petey. That doesn't mean I'm gonna forget the atrocity! Ah!
Do you all listen to music normally when you drive around, or do you, like, put on an entire performance?
It depends.
Like, because when I drive and I see other people listening, or not listening to music, I don't know they're listening to music, I see people get very aggressive on the phone in their car. Have you noticed, for some reason, when people talk on the phone, like on their Bluetooth speaker, they just lose their minds?
They're just there. They're just like, no, I told you, Karen, you could have put the potatoes in the freezer. Why did you put the potatoes? Wait, no. Where?
Oh, fuck, I missed my turn! I've seen that.
Okay, but like besides that, people tend to just drive around very like casually,
Yeah,
like
just-
they're not putting on an entire performance. And then you just get me there like, oh yeah, this song slaps.
That's why I said with me it depends. Like, if I'm taking a long trip and I've just got the radio playing, because yes, I still listen to the radio. Sue me, queen.
I will sue you.
Wait, my car has
Please
that
don't.
function?
Yeah, our car has the function.
I forgot about that function.
I don't have an aux port or a USB in or anything or Bluetooth on my car, so I use the radio. And it's like, yeah, I'll just listen to it. If it's just generic radio music, I'll just sit and drive. But on the rare occasion that I start jamming something on my Spotify, then I'll be there like drumming on the freaking steering wheel, like nearly crashing the fucking car, being distracted, like belting to like Bohemian Rhapsody when that comes on. I go all out. I had someone during the road trip to Comic-Con who carpooled with me be like, Oxy, focus on the fucking road. You're scaring me. I'm like, nah, fam, I got this. And it was that bit in Phil Collins with the doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. And I just start going ham. And he's like, he never rode with me again after that.
I can't drive to Comic-Con because contact lenses.
Yeah.
Because I pick cosplay aesthetic over my ability to drive.
Or see, for that matter. Understandable.
I mean, I can see with them. Some of them block my peripheral vision, and then I'm just at con, like, freaked out all the time because people keep coming up next to me, and I'm like, whoa,
It's like,
where
hi
did
there.
you come from?
Yeah. No, the ones that I will never do is I'll never do more than one meshed out eye, and
Oh,
like
no,
even
no,
that's
no.
pushing it. But the white out contacts, genuinely, you can't see anything. Sometimes you can see shadows.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's just white. You just see white when you open your eyes. It's awful. Whenever I record with them, I have to call Alex and be like, hey, please come sit with me while I record my TikToks. I can't see my screen to press
But then
the
you
button.
kick me
Where
out.
camera?
I do kick you out, and then I just end up doing the thing where in between every take, I like, with the makeup on my hands and everything, please don't do this, this is awful. But I'll like pull down my eye, move the contact to the side to try and see what's going on, move it back, and then do
Oh,
it
do you
again.
know how many times I did that with the mesh?
Yeah.
It was so bad. Why do we do this?
I don't know.
It really fascinates me the way people, like, perceive their brain.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, do you want to explain yours?
Oh, okay. So, right, I have this like really big desk in my brain. And on the desk, it's like a big, like dark oak desk. On the desk, there's a bunch of papers scattered everywhere. And that's everything I have access to in the moment. Then we have 2 drawers on the side. And if something goes into the drawers, it's very hard to remember them. Like, I've basically forgotten it at that point. And there's a little lamp, like desk lamp, sitting on the desk. And the closer something is to the light, it's what my mind can like see and remember and like can see very, very clearly. And the further away it's more difficult, it's too dark because it only lights up a specific space on the desk. And then there's a door, and yeah, like that's the main room, but there's a door on the side where the other people go.
I see. Alex, go. I'm braining.
Okay, so for me, it's very much like a computer. I feel like it's tabs, but the overstimulation is too many tabs being open at the same time, and
You're
sometimes
running Chrome
they
up
get
there.
jammed. Yeah, basically.
Understandable.
Like I see my brain working like a computer.
Valid. I get that analogy, and I've seen other people describe it, and it's like, it makes sense. I saw this one post on Reddit where it's like, my brain is like a browser. There are 18 tabs open at any one time, 5 are frozen, and where the hell is that music coming from?
Okay, but actually, like, I visualize that when I think about my thoughts. It's a very strange thing to do.
It's interesting to me. I almost liken it to like semi-disassociating with it in a sense, looking at it from like a third-person perspective in a way. With myself, get ready for some juice. Okay, so little known fact, and I know you two are aware, but for the viewers, if this is making it in, I have no idea. Discretion as you will.
Sure, if you would like it.
I don't know. We are so far off topic at this point. Anyway, let me not focus on that. I has the dissociative identity disorder, so I has alters in my brain. At the moment, there are 3, maybe 4 that I'm aware of. So my brain operates as follows. It is a long hallway, like a liminal space of just doors everywhere for as far as you can see it. It's like tacky wallpaper, like yellow carpet, like very cheap motel kind of vibe, right? And in each door, there is like one very specific like centerpiece of information related to the like topic that is kept in that door. And then there's like walls with like filing cabinets. And the only thing that has any rhyme or reason to it is like, is it important information? Do I like it? Stacked, and then it goes down in layers of urgency. So it's like the important stuff and stuff that I like and hyperfixate on, and then it's like, yeah, I learned this was interesting, I guess, and then it's the, get this out of here, I wish I never learned this about this thing. So whenever I need information, I need to wander this long-ass infinite hallway to try and find the specific room for the specific topic with the specific drawer of the specific information. And not to mention, everybody else is always darting in and out of the doors and distracting. And sometimes one of the alters will come out of the doors and be like, hey, Oxy, look what I found. And they'll just hand me like a piece of paper with like random info. And then it will be like, holy shit, that is a thing that I remember, and that is how information gets parsed in my brain. Very archaic, I know.
It's better than my system of just like, where is the paper I need?
Now that both of you have described that, I don't actually know how to open the tabs. I'm just having I feel like they just open. But I don't do it!
They're all just redirections.
Is this what it's like to have one person in your brain?
I liken it to like when you're watching anime on a dodgy website, and it's like all the infinite redirections, and like there's notifications and pop-ups. It's like, go away, get out of here. Yeah, that's what no, go away, I want that.
Kinda, yeah.
That is fascinating to me. Arson, anyone?
We have this weird habit that sometimes when we're in a shop and we don't know what to do, we tend to look for a mother.
Just someone.
Not our mother.
A mother.
Yeah, and then we go up to that mother and ask for help.
Yeah, it works
And
really
this is not
well.
when we were kids. This is like as of recent, like while being grown-ass adults.
Getting an adultier adult.
Yeah.
Basically, the thing is, if somebody's a mother, they're likely to help you.
Or at least have their shit more in order than you do. Valid.
Exactly. Like the one time we were going to a picnic and we didn't know what to buy and we were in the shop, so we found a mother and we were like, hey, can we ask you a question? And she was like, sure. And we were like, what would you buy if you were going on a picnic? And then we bought that.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, did she actually give you any advice?
So
Yeah.
we asked like 3 mothers and they all suggested like one thing.
It
It
must
was
be
great.
that unanimous mother instinct that humans get when they bear young.
I don't know how they feel about us, not gonna lie.
No, but it's so often that I'll just go up to mothers and I'll be like, hey, so I'm cooking this thing. I think I have all the ingredients. Can you please check me? Or, hey, do you have any ideas for this thing? Or, okay, this is my first time in this, like, in this Checkers. I've been in Checkers before, I know I have, but I don't know where this thing is. Please help me. And then they take me to it.
Aww.
In fairness, I feel like we're less bizarre than the random people who come up to me and trauma dump.
Yeah.
I don't know why this happens. I have been out in public so many times, and somebody will come up to me and just trauma dump about something. Like the one time I was just buying a sandwich, and this man walked up to me and was like, you know, I had a back brace for 6 months.
It's like, yeah, thanks, dude. I just want my chicken mayo.
It's better than my dad, though. My dad just thinks, and again, hi, Dad, with love. But my dad thinks my only personality trait is being queer.
Oh yeah, he does do that.
Like, genuinely, he'll, like, go to different countries and he'll message me and be like, you'd love it here. I'd be like, why? He'd be like, gays.
He's like, hey, I saw this gay thing.
I'm like, okay, Dad. This is a very common conversation we have.
Yeah, I can tell by like the look on your face and just the way that you said it. And it's funny that you mentioned that because like I dated someone whose entire personality was queer coded, and yes, this is my ex. He was like, while we were still long distance, he would go into a store and he'd be like, oh my gosh, Oxy, look, and send me a picture of like socks that have like a rainbow on them, and he's like, gay. I'm like,
That's nice. Did you find personality there as well?
Genuinely, I also just don't know how my dad finds so many pride parades, though.
Oh my god, he does.
Like, this is a regular occurrence. Like, he'll just send me photos. Being like, hey, there's this pride parade here. Like that, okay, thank you.
It's like he's been following the pride parades around the
world.
throughout the year.
Okay, I am very aware my dad's not gay, but my brain is just screaming denialism.
Your husband is gay! Okay, so on that note...
Outro?
Outro?
what's that?
We don't have an outro.
Uh-oh. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hiya.